Hey there, guys. My name is Nana Kwame Bobe,
My name is Hulda Abba Dai.
and you're welcome to ABC News Highlights, where we bring you up to speed on all the latest happenings in the country. We are moving on to our first story, which is quite sad and unfortunate, as actor turned politician John Dumelo loses his mom.
Yes.
This is very sad, and it comes shortly after he won the candidacy to contest for the Iowa West Wagon seat unopposed, as Fred Nama and the other rival all dropped out of the race. So I can't even imagine how he's feeling. The mixed emotions of being able to celebrate that and still having to mourn the loss of your mom. From ABC and all of us here, we say our condolences to him and the family.
Yes, our condolences to him. On to our next story. Prophet Oduro, he's the head pastor of the Alabaster International Ministries. Now, he has something to say. He says some churches in the country must be closed down. The head pastor and founder of the Alabaster International Ministries, Prophet Kofi Oduro, has described the kinds of churches that the government of Ghana should immediately close down. Without specifically mentioning the names of these churches, a popular preacher detailed some of the activities that happen in those churches that make them unchurch-like and for which reason they should be closed down. Speaking, he said, there are churches in Ghana where they mix concoctions with things like pomades and fragrance and then sell them out to people, that they have certain properties for people, and all these are jokes people do in the name of God. Silliness is all they are engaged in. The leader can do silly things to the extent that he goes to lie on the floor dancing to earthly songs in the church. What are you expecting that people learn from the church? If someone is not born again, what do you expect the person to learn from these things? Silly lifestyles only. What church displays schnapps in their auditorium? Which church displays fly whisk, that is Bodia, and I do not blame them. I blame the government of Ghana. All these people must be shut down. He says, if you go to Rwanda, unless you have a first degree, you do not man a church. So the government, look into our country and close some churches. What do you think, Nana?
I mean, that has worked for Uganda to a bit, right? But
Rwanda.
yes, Rwanda. And I don't think the church should be that elitist a structure. It's God's calling. It's faith-based more than knowledge-based. But I do understand his concern. We have a Christian council in Ghana. They could check these things. If it becomes a health situation, we have the Ghana Health Service. I do believe that, yes, that sector needs more checks from the government. And yeah, we should, if it can be closed down because of inappropriate or unethical health scares, then I think it should be closed down.
I don't think Ghanaians are going to be happy, but we'd like to know what you think in the comments. Do share your thoughts.
Exactly. We're moving on to our next story. So, ECOWAS army chiefs are to meet in Ghana today, August 16th, amidst Niger intervention plans. So, army chiefs from across the West African Economy and Political Bloc ECOWAS are scheduled to meet in Accra today. According to BBC reports, the meeting is reportedly to discuss a possible intervention in Niger, where a junta held a coup last month. So, if you're following the news of Niger's um, coup or military invasion, you understand that the ECOWAS, on the other end, have been trying to solve the issue diplomatically. The first meeting was in Nigeria and was held in Lagos, where the president of Nigeria, who is currently the ECOWAS head, headed the meeting and said that they will try to solve the issue diplomatically and wouldn't want to use force. But it looks like the junta in Niger are still headstrong on keeping power. So we are all, fingers crossed, we're all waiting to see what the decisions will be and what ECOWAS will do, whether it would be a military invasion or would still be trying to solve the issue diplomatically.
When this whole coup started, there was a tweet from the Liberian president, George Weah. I mean, that was years ago, but it resurfaced, and he was basically touching on the point that when you have leaders who don't look out for you, who don't look out for the development of the nation, who don't care about whether or not you're growing, but are aligning their pockets, then you should expect that coups will happen. So unless organizations like ECOWAS and others stand their ground and do what is right for our people, and that is Africans, the coups will keep coming.
Um, well, that is, I guess that's a line of thought. I just don't believe that anything will run to coup. Yes. if we've chosen democracy, we've chosen to center the opinions and rights of people. I think we should continue to do that and find better ways to expect accountability from leaders other than military coups. But I mean, that's what I think. Let us know what you think in the comment section as well.
Sure. Now, on to our last story for the day. President Akufo-Addo must apologize for hardship inflicted on Ghanaians. Professor Ade. The former chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Professor Stephen Ade, has urged President Nana Akufo-Addo to apologize to Ghanaians for the country's economic hardship. According to him, even though the fate of Ghana's economy might have been out of the hands of the ruling New Patriotic Party government, an apology for the worsening economic conditions in the country is necessary. He added that admission of failure is a very critical aspect of governance, but successive governments, either by the NPP or the National Democratic Congress, that have never done that. We have a problem with governance in this country. People in government, whether National Democratic Congress or the New Patriotic Party, do not admit fault. I think it is a bad practice. So he's saying that the president owes Ghanaians an apology, and he should admit that things are not going well and they are trying their best.
Rarely does any government ever admit that they failed government. They would not do that. It barely ever happens. Yes, they can admit they are facing hurdles and problems here and there, but to admit that that's totally a failed government, I'm yet to see that happen in any part of the world. In as much as I understand its concerns, I'm wondering, and if you can help me understand, what would the apology do exactly?
I think I don't know, I am not him, so
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where he's coming from, but my line of thought would be, I mean, Ghanaians are going through a hard time. So rather than coming to tell them all the time that maybe, oh, the country is working, we're doing this, we're doing that, if you admit that you're a human being and things have not exactly gone the way that you planned it, they will, understand a bit and will see, okay, so he knows that things are not going well, he understands, he's trying, rather than, okay, we're telling you that things are not going right and you're still telling us that, the economy is fine.
Well, I believe that sometimes your situation is louder than reason and sympathy. But then, yes, let us know what you think. Do you think he should apologize? And if the apology would make
A
the,
difference.
yes, will make a difference and make your situation any better. And that is how we wrap up today. My name is Nana Kwame Bobe.
My name is Golda Abadai. For more news, please visit ABC News GH, our social media handle, ABC News GH _. See you.